Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do the 3-month real-world test and show you how to do all the maintenance on the Dreame D20 Plus robot vacuum cleaner. Now, I took this robot vacuum cleaner to my home. I used it for 3 months. I absolutely loved it. There's 2 different models. There's the D20 Plus and there's also the D20 Pro. I do like the Pro better. It has a side brush that it can extend into the corner. It does have a carpet sensor, but I don't really care about that feature because I don't consider either one of these robots very good mopping robots. They're vacuum only. So I get this question a lot. What is the best robot vacuum cleaner that vacuums only? And my #1 recommendation right now is the Dreame D20 Plus. You can save a little bit of money by not getting the Pro, but the Pro does have the side brush. Other than that, they're identical units. Now, they come with mop pads. I tell people not to install the mop pad and don't put any water in the water tank and just use it as a vacuum only robot. And in my 3-month real world testing, I absolutely loved it. I had it in the basement. Now my basement's getting pretty clean and the bag's not really full, but what I observed during all of this is it just works. I don't know how else to say that. It wasn't getting stuck a lot. The hassle factor with it, I put it on a schedule. Rarely did I have to go find it. Maybe once or twice I had to go find it. I can't really remember, but the one thing I remember is it just worked and cleaned. I didn't get any hair clogs in the dustbin. Now, in this video, we're going to be cleaning this filter. Thankfully, it is the same size as the original L10S. We're going to replace the dust bag. I'll show you some other little tricks cleaning the sensors and stuff, but this is a very robust robot vacuum cleaner. Very little maintenance on it. I like the docking station, has the auto empty bin. I never got any blocks, you can see. Now, I did buy this robot vacuum cleaner with my own money, and this is my honest opinion. I wasn't paid for this video. After my 3-month real world testing, I absolutely love it. Now, I'm also going to put links to filters, dust bags. The dust bags are different. These are not your standard Dreame dust bags. They are Dreame dust bags, but they're just bigger. They're not like for the other Dreame robots, like for the Mova or the Dreame L40 and all of that. The best place to find the links and upgrades for robot vacuum cleaners is my website, justadadapproved.com. If you click on a part that I recommend, like a filter or even the robot itself on my website or in this video, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission. I am home of the honest review. I don't want you to waste your money on a bad robot. This is a good robot that I'm recommending vacuum only. Typically, it ranges around the $300 mark. You can find it under $300, sometimes more. All right, let's get started. Again, here's the dustbin. We're going to wash this up. Now, this filter, you typically wait too long. You're supposed to clean this filter about every 2 weeks, and you're going to see why. See all of that dust? These things get really dirty. You know, you can see there, it kind of dusted off. So get some extra ones of these. These are reusable. So you clean them, let them dry in the sun, but while it's drying, you just put another one in and you can just continue on. That will help keep, this is the #1 thing that will help keep your suction power that you won't lose. Now, it does come with a water tank again. I never put, well, I did put for testing, but again, just leave the water tank on there. Don't put water in it. Nothing's too dirty. This all worked really well. LiDAR is in good shape. Let's take the dust bag. Now, mine's not really full, but I am going to cut it open for you to see. Just pull straight up. It's pretty full. And it's very simple. I like ones that have dust bags. You'll see that this is a little bit wider. And just make sure you put it in there. Make sure that's all the way flush like that. And then this just simply sits on top. That is super simple to replace a dust bag. You should get about 2 months out of a dust bag, depending on how much dog hair you have or debris. Once your house starts to get clean, though, they'll last a little bit longer. And I don't, you'll see, I didn't get any kind of like dust. You can see there's no like dust coming around this. So it's really nice and sealed that I like. Now I'm cutting the bag open for demonstration purposes. You can simply just throw it away. But the big question I get is, do robot vacuum cleaners work? And let's cut the bag open. We'll see that yes, robot vacuum cleaners do actually work. Wow. Wow. Look at what it picked up. I didn't think it could pick up something that big. That's like from my wife's decorations. But a lot of dog hair, a lot of dirt and debris, small particles. It kept it all nice and sealed in this bag. But wow, that's probably the surprise of the year. I didn't know it could pick up something like that. Had to go through this into the dust bag. So that's pretty cool. Now we took the dustbin out of the robot. The dirtiest part is going to be this filter we can see. We can wash this though. You can take it outside, tap it clean. I should have been cleaning this every couple weeks. I didn't. I kind of neglected it. I do recommend having an extra one ready to go. But I'm going to wash this in the sink and then you let it dry in the sun. If it's wintertime, maybe just put it over a register. That way air flows on it, blowing on it. Now this actually is not too bad. I could clean this. There's really no way. I'd have to, if I wash this, you don't have to wash this out every time. I may just blow mine out. But if you did, make sure you let it dry in the sun also. Now, there is this flap here. No, it's in good shape. I thought it was sticking or something, but that's the auto empty flap. It does have some stuff around it. So if we look down in here, you'll see. So it is a good idea to wash. See, yeah, there's starting to be some hair buildup right there. And that can definitely be a problem. So behind that hinge, right back in there. So it is a good idea to wash this out, blow it. I could probably just blow that out. And I will put a link to this. This is my #1 cleaning tool. You can always find all the cleaning tools and stuff I use on my website, justadadapproved.com. This is just great for blowing things out. And if you're in a hurry, you could just blow this out and put it back in. You don't have to wash it. And you eventually have to replace this. Sometimes you can get almost 6 months to a year out of it. Now you're going to take a lint-free cloth. There's also every 30 hours you clean the sensors. That's just a window. There's also a sensor here on the side. We're going to flip it up. There's these cliff sensors right here. And right here. As we can see now on the bottom, there is no carpet sensor, but if you had the 20 Pro where you had a carpet sensor, you would lightly blow air on that just a little bit. The wheels are in good shape. We're going to take the brush roller out, but if you had to replace this, every so often you do have to replace this, but this one's in really good shape still. Now, if you have the D20 Pro, it uses a screw, and you have to really tighten that screw down. Okay, it's clean here. We can clean this too. So let's take this off, pinch those tabs. We'll take this over to the sink, wash it. No hair wrap, really. Maybe a little bit right here, but nothing. These get really dirty, and they just slide off. There. There's like a shaft. You can't get them mixed up because this brown color goes on this one. But now, I don't recommend, this is metal, and there's kind of a bearing surface in here. So I don't know that I would wash this, but these I'm going to take over to the sink. The dirt will actually adhere to these, and it causes inefficiencies. So you'll be surprised how much. These will last a while. You'll start to see, if you get like a screw or something caught in there, you'll get a cut. And there's a timer. I'm going to show you in the app how you're supposed to reset the timer when you do replace these and when you clean the sensors. Now, if you do use it as a mop, you have to take this off. Again, this just slides, and you got to replace this. You can put it in your laundry, freshen it up, but I don't recommend this for a mop. It takes a lot of work for $300. There's better robots that have carpet sensors that can lift their mop pads. I'll take a towel and just wipe this, and we'll blow some of this out. Now I'm going to put links to all of these products in the video, but they're also on my website. This is the world famous Just a Dad cleaning brush from Walmart, $5. Some spray solutions and that blower. Okay, so let's get started cleaning. Again, these are reusable, but you do have to let it dry in the sun or put it over a register. Wow, that cleaned up extremely nice. Now, what I recommend is some of this Dawn spray dish soap. Get everything soaking good. Take this brush just works the best for everything. But the dirt that comes off of these rollers is pretty spectacular. Now you'll want to make sure this brush roller dries. But you want to scrub these fins really good. Make sure we use some soap on them. These things clean up very nice, but we just want to make sure everything's dry. There's the door. And then this takes a little bit extra work. We got the big opening here. We want to clean around that opening right there. That's the auto empty opening there. We'll just shoot some water down in there. Hard to clean every single crevice on this, but we'll try. There, that's it. Okay, if you have to speed the process up, which I usually do, this blower can speed the process up. It's going to get the water out of all these little fin areas. You still have to let it dry in the sun or put it over a register. But it can really help get this one's almost dry. There's a few spots. But if you just get some towels and keep blowing it and drying it, this will definitely speed up the process. It charges with USB-C, which I love, and it's just perfect. Okay, I've got a damp cloth. Now there's a membrane right here. You don't want to get aggressive with that. That's a very delicate, and I'm sure you'd have to send your robot in for repair if you mess that up. This one looked like it got a little dirty. This robot performed. I cannot believe how well this robot performed. It was so new, and I recommended it, and I got nervous because I'm like, well, I just tested it in the studio, and I'm like, man, it's doing really good at the studio, but you never know till you take it home. And it just performed very, very well. Now, I know Mova makes one, the S30, I think, but it's hardly ever available or something. I don't know. That's why I'm just going to recommend this one. It seems like it's always in stock, and it's constantly going on sale. Two things I love. Over here, this held up pretty good. Now, you would want to tip it over. Make sure, I don't have a blockage, but if you did, that's just Phillips screws. You know, mine's perfectly clear, but if you did, you just take the Phillips screws and take that out. Okay, let's put it back together. Find the light brown. Just slide it on. You'll have to turn it till it lines up, and then it should snap into place. Same with this one. See, there's still some water, so you want to make sure these are dry. Kind of turn it. There. Snaps into place. This can be a little tricky, but find the arrows. They go up. And then you're going to go in at an angle. The brown is going to the brown. Go in at an angle, rotate it down. That should be nice and flush right there. This door can be a little tricky. The front feet go in first, so put the front feet in. I like wiggle it back and forth, rotate it, lift up. Now, this one sometimes doesn't latch, so I reach my finger in there just to make sure that's nice and flush. It's not pulling up. There, we're all done on the back side. Let's get the dustbin. Here's the filter. There's these two tabs. They're going to go underneath those tabs right there. The other side just has like a single tab. So find the side with two tabs and the O-ring. The other one has a bigger flat outside O-ring. There, it's nice and flush. We simply just put it in. You're ready to go. Okay, let's go find your robot on the app. Oh, I should have I want to show you all the cleanings it did. Let's go to history, cleaning history. 28 cycles, it's not a ton. But if it cleaned once a week, or twice a week, let's say, that would be 15 cycles twice a week, that'd be 3 months. Look, I mean, let's just go back here. See, Green. I might have canceled it. It doesn't say. Oh, manual docking. I don't think it got stuck. Sometimes they just gets to bother me and I tell it to go away. But green. A lot of these were whenever it would just get around my computer and I'd be like, I'll just go home. But 1,200 square feet is my basement. 131 minutes. Collected dust. I do have it on. I do have it on high dust collection, so it would not constantly, but it would go back and empty itself to prevent that filter from getting clogged. There, it's very simple. So this is definitely a win for me. Now let's go to settings, accessory usage. Filter, I still have a bunch of time left on it. That's when you replace it, not when you clean it. It talks about, no, it doesn't. It should tell people to clean it every 2 weeks. Side brush, got a lot more time going on it. Main brush, a lot more hours. I got approximately 250 hours. Mop pad, replace as needed. Dust bag, replace as needed. And Omni wheel. Okay. You know what? I didn't see one for sensors. Huh, that's funny. There's not a 30-hour sensor check. Interesting. So I absolutely love this. I did buy this with my own money. Yeah, I wasn't paid for this video. I'm wrapping up using these. I got a video coming out on the Mobius 60, the Z60. The Roborock Curve 2 Flow is getting ready to go to my house. It's doing an amazing job. These just came back from my house. I'm doing a video on the Dreame L40S. It did really good. I was kind of shocked. This one did really good, but it's a little quirky yet still, but we'll do the cleaning on it. And then the Matrix 10, it's coming. It came back from my house. So these robots, I'm going to be doing the cleaning on them over here at the sink and giving you my final thoughts and if it gets the Just a Dad approved sticker. Okay, I'm working on my new scorecard. This will get refined and made to look better, but right now, hassle factor, 5 out of 5, awesome. Hair test, awesome. Corner sweep, this one doesn't have the side brush. Even if it had the side brush, it doesn't necessarily sweep on carpets the best in the corner. So that one probably could have deducted maybe one more, but 4 out of 5. Cleaning and mopping. Now, I'm not judging this as, I'm judging this as a vacuum only. I'm not going to judge it on carpet only because or mopping. I don't tell people it's a mopping robot. So for vacuum only, 5 out of 5. Clutter test, it's optical avoidance sensor. You know, it does, I did think it got stuck on like a sock one time and a cord one time. So while this is relatively good, it's actually very good. It's not perfect. So 4 out of 5. Overall score, 4.5 out of 5. This is going to be a buy it now or gold standard. I don't have my gold standard logo yet. So, but I'm working on this. It's just a piece of paper right now, but it's going to come down to, this is a blue Just a Dad approved sticker. You will not get this until after it's been at my house for 3 months. I will not give this to a robot, even though I'm really tempted to give it to the Curve right now, Curve 2, until after I've used it for 3 months. The gold standard is I'm going to have a separate logo for it. It's going to be gold with my logo. So this is going to replace, like this big check mark here. So this is my logo. This means I'm testing it. It's arrived at my place. Like the first thing I do is I'm going to put my logo on it to identify it, that it's being tested, it's being used. It's at the Just a Dad house or studio. Now, this is going to be a very important logo. Just a Dad approved. And there's going to be 2 categories, well, 3, 4. There's going to be gold standard buy it, which means even if this is at full price, it's a buy. It's just that good. If it's wait for a deal, that means it's a good robot, but when it's at full price, it's not worth that much. Now, the good thing about robot vacuum cleaners are they go on sale a lot. So wait for a deal, and you can always find the deal at my website. So if it's got wait for a deal and it goes on sale, sign up for my email list on my website, and I'll send out an email when something that is wait for a deal goes on sale. Now the skip it, I probably I don't think I'll come up with a logo or anything. It's just not going to get my logo. Like, it won't get the blue one. It may have this logo on it. That just identifies it, that it was tested at my house, at my studio, and then that's it. But it'll be skip it or toss it. This will all be readily available on the website. It's just taken a while to get this developed and to put it on. You know, we're developing the website right now. That's going to take some time. So let me know what you think of this new standard. I mean, ChatGPT helped me a lot with making this blue. Changing, you know, it's got my same style, but it's got approved on it. To buy it now. That way you see it on my website is, oh, he approved it, and it's just buy it. No matter, you know, I'm not saying no matter what the cost, but at full price, it's still a good robot. Wait for a deal, wait for it to go on sale. Skip it. It's not a recommend from me. Now the gold standard, that will be given out only a couple, 3 or 4 times a year. This one would definitely get it as a vacuum only. That's a, you know, vacuum and mop. That's going to be a pretty tall order. And, you know, last year, that would be the Mova P10 Pro. It got my gold standard just because of its price, cleaning, everything. But there's been a bunch of robots released, and the brand new Roborock Curve 2 Flow, I can't wait to take it to my house because it's just doing a great job. Again, I got video Moba 60, Z60 roller, lots of videos coming. So if you thought this video was helpful, if you could leave a thumbs up. If you like the way that I'm going to be doing the new approved, it's just starting. I've got to kind of figure, I got to get the design the logos. I've got a logo company that's doing that. So they're going to design the logos so that I can put those on my website. And I still haven't forgot the data sheets, my data sheets that have just the good information that I think is relevant for robots. That will also be on my website. Remember, I called it like the baseball cards. So the baseball cards will be on the website. This new scorecard will be on the website. Quick, easy. You know, that's going to be a my pick. But then there'll be gold standard, and then there'll just be wait for a deal. Again, justadadapproved.com. Look for more videos coming. I have a new series out. Advertising versus reality. So when these robots, especially these ones that vacuum and mop, and they show a big mess that they just mopped up. Well, if you show it in the ad, it's got to, and I'm going to try to duplicate that, and we'll see if it actually does it in reality. And the Roborock Q-Revo Curve actually did, the two. The Mova Z60 kind of come up a little short. Narwhal Flow came up a little short. So look for that series coming up. It's just real world testing, down to earth testing, common sense, with my hassle factor being my #1 factor. That's why I take these robots to my house. They can perform all day in studio settings, but until you live with a robot and you're like, I'm constantly having to mess with it. No. We have good enough robots nowadays where we don't have to hassle with robots. So again, thanks everybody. If you could, please like, subscribe, and justadadapproved.com.